Paul, how much money we can make from a listing appointment?
Listing appointment?
Yeah, from a listing. Yes.
Listed, not buyer, just listed.
Yes. Paul, how much money we can make from a listing appointment?
Listing appointment?
Yeah, from a listing. Yes.
Listed, not buyer, just listed.
Yes. Paul, how much money we can make? Yeah, there is a delay.
अच्छा बड़ा delay है मैं क्या ये कहना बोले do you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, for listing is you can negotiate. Unlike, at least unlike buyers, it's more determined from what the what the pay for. I would say right now, because of the market, a lot of people are probably more, they're almost looking almost 1.5% to 5%. But to try to get a deal. So that's what I see. So averagely, you're looking about 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
What do you think is the like from a listing? How much
So it depends.
gross commission?
Yeah. So it's
Let's say 800,000 profit.
So if we take it like a 2%, but we always look at the VIP and all that stuff that we are gonna go through. Are we enough convinced, or is the client happy enough that we can turn him to our every year virtual program? And so it depends like how you, but if you're talking about this existing property, so it depends like the price, like as Mr. said, like how you negotiate, like
So let's say like if they agree to give you 2%.
Yeah.
16,000. Yeah. So what do you think?
I think your question is from another angle, right?
Yeah.
Because we are going to add the referral also, which we are going to get from the listing. So it's an unlimited scope, right? We can earn as much as.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's right. Like let's like when we get a listing, when we are going on a listing appointment, let's say we got that listing, there are 75% chances those sellers they're gonna buy the home as well.
Right. Yeah.
So that is one sale. Let's say 20,000 I got from listing, then additional they bought a house for 1.2 million, 75% chances, so you're gonna get another 20,000. And now you do have listing. If you market the listing properly, at least you're gonna get two buyers from that listing. Let's say if, for example, if I have a buyer, I'm showing homes to that buyer. So do you think any seller would call you that hey Paul, you know what, you do have a buyer and bring him to my home. My house is now listed and sell that house. No one knows. No one knows except you. And if you have a listing and your board is there, and do you think the buyer will call that hey Paul, I'm looking to buy a home?
Yes.
There are high chances that that buyer might not buy that home, but he will buy something else. But there are chances you are getting calls. Yes. So at least the two transactions we can get from buyer side. So already we had one sale, one listing, one sale plus two additional buyers. So how much money like altogether four transactions?
Close to 100,000.
60, 70,000 at least. Yeah. So when we set up a listing appointment, this is how important it is. For example, my goal is to make 150,000 or 200,000. And now today I'm going on a listing appointment. If I secure that listing, then I will make at least 50, 60,000. That's almost 25% of my 20% of my annual sales. And any company like when if they know that this sales like 25% of revenue for the whole year, you know like how much time they will spend. It's similarly like we have to spend that much time on preparation of the list. Why someone would call you like what the sellers want from a agent? Buyers. Yeah, to sell the house. So sometimes we tell them that I'm an honest realtor, I do have that many designations, I am area expert, we don't care. The only thing they need is the buyers. So sellers want buyers. And how we can market, like why they would give me time to go to their home. So you remember the offer like what we gave for home evaluation. Let's say, let's say uh, you put an ad somewhere and you put an ad that I do a buyer. So how you will set up the appointment? What we can do for the sellers? Or the valuator. Okay, so home evaluation the one thing. And what else we can do for them? So before you get it. Yeah, before like what because if I'm going to sellers home today and I have to tell them, I have to give them benefit why I'm going there before they give me job. Well, how soon I can bring the buy back? That's what you're give them a solid area for history. Right? That is when you go there. Yes. Okay. What's your done like I'm saying like I'm telling the seller that hey seller uh, I got your or like I got your response that you're looking to sell your home. I will come to your home. Yes. So you have to give the reason why you're going. So that one thing we can really tell them that I will let you know about how much you can sell your home in this market. So anything else we can offer them on the phone so that they give me time. What time is best? Okay, I can tell them about timing. That's like
So like
let's
out
say
there our initial
let's say let me tell you let's like you saw a sign outside a home for sale by owner. Got the phone number and you are calling this seller and you need time from that person. Mr. and Mrs. Like Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I'm gonna come to your home. Okay. So why they should invite you to their home? Why they should give time? Why they should give time?
first first thing is like let the professional to decide how much it's worth it. That's the first thing. Okay, the
So
second
that is
thing,
a home evaluation.
the second thing that exposure that me and my company gets to that list and whatever he might happen to find. So we might be able to sell it
Okay.
entirely.
So I can tell them that if I go there and if you give me the listing, then I will give more exposure to your home.
Yeah.
But why he put the sign outside there? Don't want to give the listing, and you are going bringing him to the same route.
But if you put in a sign in front of your house, your exposure is limited. That's why I'm over.
Okay.
But I can take you to
This, yeah, that's right. This is what all the agents they would say to them first. But else again, anything else we can tell them? I'm a buyer. Okay.
yeah, yeah, that's another way to
Buyer was looking at the same age. I'm just trying to know if that's a house.
But what if we are totally back, okay, we have a buyer for you buyer, so I'm not gonna just make them inquire, but it's who's the same. So now in this case scenario, what we are we gonna demand from the buyer?
No, you like sale by owner, they give you commission if you bring the
So he
buyer.
already feel like,
Yeah.
I don't wanna,
No, you don't want to give to the seller agent. You can still, you're still willing to give it to the buyer.
Also, like we can say that I will let you know that how much currently the houses are sold.
So yeah, that is home evaluation. So when I call this person, or if he has approached, or I'm calling him, I will say that Mr. or Mrs. Seller, uh, I can tell you exactly how much you can sell your home in this market. Don't use the word home evaluation because that is like overused term. Tell them that um, would like to find out how much you can sell your home in today's market. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the one thing that I will let you know how much you can sell your home in today's market. Also, I will give you some tips to sell your home for most amount of money. I will give you some inexpensive tips to sell your home for most amount of money. Because sometimes they don't know small things if they do it. Let's say spending $2,000 on paint might bring give them like 15, 20,000 extra on the selling price. That's the second thing. And the third thing that also I can provide you the next week. So you will know exactly after paying all the closing expenses how much money will be left in your home so that you can plan it accordingly. Most of the realtors they just push them that I have the buyers or I can give you more exposure, which is okay. So these things I will tell them, but when I go there, like today I have to give these three solid things because very few realtors they will say that I will give you next week that how much closing expenses you will incur so that you can plan it accordingly after when you know that how much money will be there. This is the offer. As for Mrs. Seller, would you like to find out how much exactly you can sell your home for in today's market? I will provide you a net sheet to figure out how much money will left in your pocket after paying all the selling expenses so that you can plan it accordingly. Also, at the same time, I will give you tips what you should do to sell your home for most amount of money. Of course, there will be no cost and no obligations. Would that be helpful? So this is a thing solved.
Ajit, quick question वैसे इसका out of the way जाए तो basically मैं तो different sorry
It's
because I have got a lot of different answers, right? So like if we upgrade the kitchen, right, say by $15,000 for any reasons, for the house which has been listed around $900,000 in this market. So we think that we can get more than like some significant increase in the price which we can get in return by upgrading the kitchen to by $15,000.
it all depends the type of the home and location as well as condition of the old kitchen. Okay. And the most important thing is like, okay, I can spend 25,000 on kitchen and my tiles are old. Good match with it. And my carpet is old. Like it is like there is no.
It is the same thing. Custom-made house in the old neighborhood. Doesn't matter
But-
whatsoever, it drops the price.
Okay.
Yeah, so if your wardrobe, if it is the floor like it's like a really bad tile or flooring and you're upgrading your only that one area, so it does affect that. So, but it may not have significant.
And now let's like we have given you a time. So you can come tomorrow at 11 a.m. or you can come on Saturday at 1. Your success starts from today. So many times the moment they gave me appointment that okay, you might come tomorrow or come on Saturday at 1 p.m. So we are so excited when that we want to finish the call. So you have to the reason is like we do have here in our mind that if I talk too much, they might cancel the appointment. So not afraid, like do whatever you can do so that they should cancel it now. So after booking the appointment, then go on the opposite way. The thing is like if you qualify more, it's gonna help you to grow the listing. Let's say if, for example, if they cancel today, they have no plan to sell, then it's better at start selling by 8, 9 hours time. So then after booking the time, we have to ask the qualifying questions. The very first question is so many times when we go there, we did took the tour, gave your presentation, then you did the home evaluation at the time of signing, they say, well, my wife is not here.
Right.
So you have to make sure that today we have to tell them, okay, so I will perfect. So Saturday, first don't ask these questions before setting up the appointment. First, get the time, like makes sense. So let's say Saturday 1 p.m. After setting up time, then ask these questions. First one is, would all the decision makers be present on Saturday at 1 p.m.? If they say no, then reschedule the time when everyone is there. This is the first question. Doesn't matter like that. Even if they cancel the appointment, that's fine. But everyone should be there. And the second question, are you interviewing any other agents? So many times we are scared from asking this question that if I ask, they might all other agents as well. Are you interviewing any other agents? If they say no, that's good. If they say yes, ask question when you are meeting. So let's say like they said, okay, they gave me time Saturday 1 p.m. and another agent is coming on Sunday at now there is a problem. The problem is if I go on Saturday at 1 p.m., doesn't matter how good I am, unless I'm too pushy, they would say that I want another vendor as well. So they already set up the time, they want to get one. And if I'm meeting them on Saturday, whatever I'm telling them on Saturday at 1 p.m., they will only remember 25% of the outstays. So then on Sunday, the other agent, if he is only as good as 25% of me, they will evaluate. And now both of us are at the same level, and the other agent is sitting in front of them, and away. Then they might decide to go with that person. So if you said yes, we're interviewing the other agents, and ask the time that when you're meeting those people, Sunday 1 p.m. Then I'm gonna say that okay, perfect. Can you please do me a favor? Can you please put me at the last so that you will know how much extra I will do to send your home a top dollar. See what it is. Most of the times they will like, so can you please give me a favor? Put me at the last so you will know exactly how much extra efforts I will do to send your home for most money. They say, okay, so how about 2:30 on Sunday? Only give half hour window. The other agent is coming at 2, give them time at 2:30. Worst come worst, you might have to wait 10 minutes outside the home, but there will be more pressure on them as well as on the other.
So don't you think there's a risk to that when
Yes,
first person goes there further?
yeah, there is a risk. Like there is a more risk if you go first than going at the end, but you have to handle this risk now. Tell them if they agree, first get the time to 30, perfect. Then I will say that okay, Mr. Seller, I'm going to do extensive amount of work to give you most accurate and up-to-date information. Please give me a promise. You will not sign with anyone else until you see. This is the next one. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm going to do extensive amount of work to provide you most accurate and up-to-date information. Please give me a promise you will not sign with anyone else before meeting. Still, there will be risk, but it will be much less than going first.
But even I don't see any risk, honestly. There's no risk. No, the question was just asked that just one
Yeah, no, there is risk, there is some risk, but there is less risk on this side. But make sure you tell them that Mr. and Mrs. Seller, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I'm going to do extensive amount of work to provide you most accurate and up-to-date information. Please give me a promise you will not sign with anyone else before meeting. And
You're being disconnected out of like it. Still, you didn't like me. Our options, so they're just my advice on the side.
And when I say expensive amount, then they know that how serious I am. And now, third question, we have to build your rapport. So I'm not going to list their home. I'm going to sell their home. And we'll say, if on that day agree on the price and the fee I'm going to charge, how quickly I can show your home to my buyers. You're not saying that how most of the agents they say that how quickly like some trainers they say that I'm gonna bring the for sale sign our photo outside your home on the same day. Are you okay to check their motivation? You can do it, but this is more effective. Okay. Mr. Seller, if we agree on fee and the price on Saturday at 1 p.m., how quickly I can show your home to my buyers. Now the problem is if I don't have buyers, right, then we cannot say without conviction. What's the solution? Yeah, find the buyers. Simple solution. If you don't have buyers, then bring someone. Then we cannot say without with conviction. You have to have buyers. But if you have buyers, they might not like it. That's a different story. But if you say this line, it has much more impact. And the next one is this conversation. Our job is to help them out, not to sell that home. If they sell the home and so many times, let's say the person has bought a house in 2016 for 400,000, now they're getting 1.1 million. That might be a scenario, they might be happy. And we are hoping that they will buy the next house for 1.3 million. But when they go out, start looking, those homes are selling for 1.6. We don't want to put into that situation. We have to help them out. So next question we will ask, are you planning to buy your next home after selling your current home? If they say yes, then I'm gonna say, okay, give me some details, which neighborhood, what kind of property you are going to buy, so that I will bring some listings as well, so that you can plan it accordingly. I don't want you to sell your home, then after that we are unable to buy it as per your such criteria. So these are four questions. Any question after the first four questions?
Hi,
Yep.
Sam. Like
Yeah.
people are waiting to join the meeting. Can you let
Oh,
them
so,
in?
yeah, let me. Oh. Hi, Kay. Sorry about that. Actually, we didn't see you guys earlier.
That's okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so sorry about that. So we were going on the setting up the appointment. So, Sanjeev, like, do you remember this presentation? We did it before as well.
Yeah, I remember some content of this. Yes.
Okay, so these were the questions we always ask before after we set up the appointment. Let's say we gave the, for example, uh, um, we have set up the appointment. Then after setting up appointment, before we let them go, we have to share these. We have to ask these questions from them. Sorry, just one second. Sorry, just 1 second. I have to stop here and then I will. Okay. So the first one is we're gonna always ask that would all the decision makers will be present at that time. Second is, are you interviewing any other questions? Third one is, if we agree on the price and fee, how quickly I can show it to my clients. The fourth one is, are you planning to buy your next home after you selling your current home? If they say yes, then get some details about the property they're gonna buy. Tell them that I will bring the listings with me. Now, this will be more helpful to them. Most of times, realtors miss this step, you know, and they cannot, like, even tonight, if I'm going to meet them and I give them the price, then they might say that we don't know like what we're gonna get after selling. Now you already have that data. And the fifth one, what do you think how much a reasonable qualified buyer should pay for your home? But not the direct question that what do you think for how much you want to sell your home? That's a different thing. Yeah, rephrase. So what do you think how much a reasonable qualified buyer should pay for your home? So many times you will see that they will say that, you know what, my home in today's market is only 1.2, but I will not sell unless until I get 1.5. So it means they know the value, they know the market, then it's easy to handle that. If the value is 1.2 and they are saying that the buyer will pay 1.5, then it means I have to do more work. Right. So the only thing, like when I'm on the phone and I ask them a question, what do you think how much a reasonable qualified buyer should pay for your home? If they say, you know what, the value of my home is today's market 1.2 million, but I will not sell unless I get 1.5. Sometimes we feel that the person is not serious. Yeah. But it's not like that. That is more qualified seller. See, he know that my house worth 1.2, but I want to sell for 1.5, and still he is inviting me. So the only thing is like I can go there and explain it better. It means it will be easy to handle. Remember, like we always like in the buyer presentation, for going on that question. Let's say you're doing a buyer meeting. So you ask the question that, okay, how long have you seen homes with other realtors? The person responds that, yes, I work with 4 realtors. How long you been looking for a home? Almost is 8 months. How many homes you have seen? I have seen 70 homes. What do you think? What kind of buyer that buyer is?
Different what you did. Right.
He's the most serious buyer. He already wasted time for someone else. The only thing we have to make sure we ask that don't have any signed contract. So those things will over due diligence, but it's a serious buyer.
But sometimes you do find people like they don't like something, they just like proper. So do we have to do like the thing approval and all those stuff? If we would take, we already know we've seen 70 houses for agents. Still have to go take the rest.
No, the only issue is we have to listen to them. Sometimes, like, see, we have to help them out. Yeah, if like we want to just like make a sale, then they might not end up selling something.
I have a concern when you just said that uh, the next home we can buy it for more, right? Then they were what they were. But isn't it that like we can like
Discourage them.
no, I know, like we can neutralize the question, like because if they are buying for if they're selling for more, obviously they're going to buy for more in the same market. That's what I was saying because this way we can already get away with the contradiction, right? That they are looking, they know that it is a 1.2 million house and they are looking for 1.5 that market.
Yeah, absolutely. That can handle it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So only thing is like we don't want to give them surprise.
Yeah.
Don't want to end up selling their home, and when they go out, they figure out like still like will not lose the client. Let's say if you give the picture upfront, they will not leave you. The only thing is like surprise is the worst thing.
So you mean surprise in terms of if you bring in, say you bring your CMA and it's contradicting whatever number they you consider that as surprise.
Like, sir,
Say you bring your own cooperative, you've already done your homework
Yeah.
here and you show them the numbers. They are believing their house is 40. these very clients you're talking about right now, those your market, and it's just expecting more. But now, let's say you're working with somebody who is just thinking the house is worth 1.5, and you probably present and say your house is worth 1.2. That is surprise.
No, that's not.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like the surprise is sometimes says like not on selling side, on buying side. So the only thing like we want to avoid, we don't want to sell their home and they are not able to buy something. Like we don't want to put them into that situation. For example, the another example I can give, it happened with me as well. These clients, I sold them a home. Then after that, they were upsizing. They were planning to sell their home and buy the next one. And when they bought the home first time, their credit was excellent. But before listing the home, they were saying that we don't need to go for pre-approval, but still, like I suggested, and they did. There was something wrong with their credit. If I was going to sell their home, we were not going to get mortgage from a lender. They had to go to the.
And
Those are surprises.
also sometimes we can counter them, like suppose that they say my house is worth 1.5 or 1.1 and we demand like 300,000-400,000 more. So what I would do, I would show them the same category of houses then and show them the price. So to compare both the pure house business, you're planning to sell it quicker, so we have to be competitive in the market rather than like just put it, I can list it the same. Nobody can like come to your neighbor is listed for one thing. So somehow we can convince them down.
That's like it goes in the playing thing. But like now we are getting time from them for the appointment for home evaluation. So after you set up the appointment, what are the 5 questions? You remember? Like, you remember?
The full one.
Like that's like I call this person that would like find out how much can sell your home into this market. I will give you some tips what to do to sell your home for most amount of money, and also I will give you next week so you will know exactly after paying all the closing expenses how much money will be left in your pocket. Would that be helpful? The person says yes. Then we set up time for 1 p.m. on Saturday. Then after that we're gonna ask some more questions. Yeah. You remember like one out of those 5? Okay, all the decisions. That's like similar. Like, do you remember any other agents meeting? So first one is all the decision makers should be there. Second question, are we meeting other agents as well? And the third one,
If you make sure that you chance.
yeah, that's one. On the topics. If they, if I ask them to reschedule. And the third question,
Fourth question.
no, that is second question.
So
Yeah, supply. Yeah. Third one is if we agree on the price I have suggested and the fee, how quickly I can show it to my clients, buyers. The fourth one,
do you want to buy another?
yeah, after that. And the fifth one, that's easy. Like, what do you think? How much a qualified and serious buyer could pay for it? If you like, this is setting up, setting up, setting you up for success. Right? So, like, if you ask these questions, there are high chances you're gonna get this. So then, also, I'm gonna ask after these 5 questions, then I'm gonna get some information about their home as well. That okay, so that I bring most accurate price for your home. Let me ask few questions regarding your home. Bedrooms, bathrooms, flooring, stair style, basement, separate entrance, reset entrance. Gonna get all this. Kitchen roof, we can add so many things. Yeah, that's
So you like to get this information on the phone before you go there physically?
yeah, that's
Actually, we can send them a text message
So
email so
physically-
that they can be prepared.
basically like not before setting up the appointment. So the difference is like if before setting up appointment, I get this information, then they will say that okay, give me just send me the report. But First, I'm gonna set up appointment, get the time, then ask those 5 questions, then I will go on this one. So now, like, see, like, if I don't ask about recent updates, I might not get them activated. So, any question on this one? So then at the end, you have to recap because now they might forget the offer, the initial offer I have given to them. Great talking to you today. We'll see you on Saturday at 1 p.m. and give you a good idea of what you can expect your home to sell for, as well as some tips on what to do and what not to do to get top dollar and go over all various possible and thus so know exactly how much money will be left in your hand. Is it okay to allow at least 30 minutes for that? 10 minutes also. You know, like it's gonna take 60 minutes, but not say 60 to 30 minutes. And the materials. So what materials do you think take with us?
CMA.
CMA. Yeah, okay. And what should be included in CMA? Okay, yeah, that's good. What else? Properties
Yeah, all the sold
and
comparison.
new warehouse. All those things should be CMA. What else?
And yeah, houses that are sold recently and houses that are competition right now.
Exactly. That is part of the CMA. Anything else except CMA?
Tips that we talk
Yeah, tips. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna give it
the sheet of how much is
anything else?
I think this also includes right that how much down payment you can get from this sale to for the next house, right? That's the comparison.
Yeah, that's in CMA. Okay. So very first thing is buyers in waiting folder. Let's say if you're doing marketing in your database, you might have buyers. So I can print out that folder. I can take it. I can show it to them. And the second thing is seller's package. Seller's package is your listing package. It happened like once I went on a listing appointment in work and did everything, presentation, everything went well. And now they were ready to sign the listing agreement. I opened it in my package, it was a reset. And I was saying that, okay, you know what? So tomorrow I will not get it signed until we get the photography done. So but finally they figured it out that I do have something missing in the package. Then we go. So buyer package,
Sorry, Linda. What was the first one again?
buyers in waiting folder.
What does that mean?
So when you are doing the marketing, let's say you have 100 simple database 250, you can print them, put it in the folder. You will not give it to them, you can show it. Like hide the personal information. Then in my database, let's say I do have 500 buyers. In my listing presentation, I can use it. I can say that, okay, you know what, this one is a seller. Very first thing, after you gave me permission to sell your home for top dollar, I will go back to my office and I will put your home in front of all these 400 people. I'm not saying that everyone will be interested in your property, but even if there are 2% people who are looking this kind of home, which is very high chances, already I have it. So we can use it. And the second is seller's package. Third is buyer package.
So when you say buyers part, when you listing
Why do you need buyer package? Only we are buyers as well.
For the buyer.
for the buyer, okay, for the next house.
For the next house. Yes. So like so many times when we go there, the things go totally on the different. So then comes that, okay, what do you want it as an investment property? Don't want to sell it. So the refinance by the next house. The buyer package you can go on that side.
So now know where you have the location.
Yeah, that's right. Seller's folder. Seller's folder has your list, like all the information, whatever you can put. the listing you sold, and any your seller's testimonials you have got, and all the listing packages, all the guarantees you can give to them, whatever you want to do, like you should have that folder. You're not going to like this is only one-time investment. You can let's say whatever type of question comes, then you can open it and handle. Similarly, you should have buyer folder as well. So laptop fully charged. Now look for back over there.
So Sam, for buyers folders, for sellers folder, we can show them whatever we have done for the previous sellers as till date. But what about the buyer folder? How is that?
So the same thing like the people who bought homes from me and any other buyer's information, any CMSC information they are providing. So whatever information that is, it will help like handle the objections or to give them where you can put it. Then CMA. Usually first thing goes on CMA. CMA is at the last. And CMA should have trap stats 4 pages. And the most important thing is old listing. Pictures print in color, like when they bought the house, if there are, because they will have emotions attached to it. So these are things like this picture. So we don't just list the homes. This is what discount brokers do. We specialize in selling properties, now listing them and hoping they will sell. We do have hundreds of motivated buyers calling us each month, hundreds in our database looking to buy a home now, city-wide buyers agent network. So how many agents do you have in your network? For agents? Yeah, agents, other agents who are selling homes
My net,
in your network.
I always believe my agents, first of all, my brokers.
Okay.
That's already anything I put through your brokerage, but I agents are.
If I tell them that I belong to association which has 75,000 agents who will be selling your home, is that a right statement?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is agents network. This is the way to tell them that I belong to an association which has 75,000 realtors who are selling homes in. These are- So any question on setting up the appointment? Yeah, it is on broker. So on broker you can download it. And the listing presentation. So let's say appointment is at one
Sorry,
Saturday.
Sam, I have a question. Is this presentation that we just saw, is this also available on Brokerway or no?
But we will not go inside, we will wait outside. At least 10-15 minutes. So like, but knock the door exactly at 1. And the very first thing, like when you knock the door, don't look straight into the home, look on the side, little bit away from the door. So when what's the first thing you're gonna ask? Do you remember?
How are you?
How are you? So what you call for? What do you think? What we ask?
First thing is,
Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. So let's say I'm saying. Uh, and like let's say I have made. So what are the chances that I can see their profile before I go? There are on any social media. Just try to research them. That what kind of people they are. Like most of the times you will be able to find on profile. So if you have already seen that person, then you don't even have to ask. Know that he's Mark. I good evening, Mark. How are you? And then what's the first question you can ask? How are you? This is what he said. And how you doing? So the first question.
or like we spoke before on the phone, so I'm here to.
Are
So
all the decisions made
no,
together?
no,
No,
like
no.
this is not now. Like because I'm already there. I have invested my time. I'm not going back now. So, there is so the first question you ask. Hi Mark, Sam here from Royal Page. Are you guys ready to sell your home this afternoon? You you're gonna you, you will know within few seconds that what kind of situation is going to happen in next half an hour. That what they are looking for. Well, you will be surprised so many times. They would say, well, no, we have no plan to sell. We need to finance the house. Thought, let's ask the realtor. That is free of cost. Is it? That might be a situation. So there might be other thing, like they might say, well, it depends how much you offer. Then I know that they are more concerned about the price. They might say that it depends how quickly you sell. I know they want to sell their home fast. They might say like, well, depends if you sell without putting second. 50% times I can get some solid information which I gonna use in this training. So first question is, are you guys ready to sell your home tonight? Hi Mark, so are you guys ready to sell your? Are you confident to ask it?
That's the reason we reached there 20 minutes before so that you can relax down. So when you are driving in the traffic and you reach there and you knock the door, there is so much variation in that thing.
So when you walk into the home, so where they will guide you to living rooms. So is your job take them to the kitchen table, dining table, and they're gonna guide it always towards on the kitchen or towards the living room because I cannot do presentation. Just like go as soon as you enter into the home, scan the environment, see where is the kitchen table. Just go on that side. And when you go to the kitchen table, so let's say you're doing presentation. One person is sitting on this side, one other one is on the other side. And you cannot do presentation properly. You'll be looking one from this side, other time like on the other side. One person might get offended that he's giving more attention to the other person. So both of them scan the environment, see where you're gonna sit. If you are right-handed, they should be on your left-hand side. Just like I'm gonna go on the right-hand side first, I will put my bag on that chair. You mind if I put my stuff here? You will say, yeah, it's okay. Even there is more stuff on the table, just like you can push it. So get your seat first. Setting up the seat.
In case you were to do something presentation like this, looking to the top, so, so,
So you want to do presentation?
I don't even want to see.
You
want
attach
to
the Mac, it's all another.
Wirelessly connect.
it's not like.
There are like again technology. You are not sure like what kind of.
So
And
I,
even to connect like wirelessly, you have to be on the same network. You have to ask the password. All those things. It's more
we are
complicated.
not comfortable.
They are not comfortable.
Because the more, I think,
Privacy is the serious issue. So it should be only on your laptop. So unless they say by themselves. It happened once, like I do have picture as well. This guy, like he had a TV and he said, I do have USB cable that's played on TV.
Just wanted to see it.
Just wanted to see that. But it's very rare. And then we're gonna sit there.
Whatever we are gonna show them on our computer, we should have it on the folder in front of them, right?
Like presentation, no, but presentation is only on the computer, and CMA is only on the paper. That's not on computer. But I can put it on computer as well to show the pictures. But most of the stuff should be on the paper. And then let's gonna sit here, ask few questions of the day, what do they do for living, just to find the desk profile. And then gonna ask them to look at the home. This is the first thing we do. If the house is good, then we'll say that okay, give me a grand tour. But don't say if the house is in rundown conditions, we might get offended as well. So just like look at the house. So when they gonna like in the tour, tell them, remind them, you should have a notebook, tell them that please don't mind. I'm gonna take lots of notes. When if I'm not taking that many notes, I'm gonna tell them that please don't mind, I'm gonna take lot of notes. And also tell me about all the upgrades you did and special features of the home. Because this is what they want to tell the people. I do remember we did that epoxy paint in the garage. The whole summer we were telling the neighbors that this is how we did it. Right? Because so the people they spend, they do have emotions. When you tell them, they will be connected with it. Tell me about all the recent updates you did and special. So you're gonna go to the home, just like get most amount of information and try to find out their personality, what kind of person they are. And now you're back to the kitchen table. So do you remember the questions we asked before we started?
Are all
So we are already here. Okay. Now you are like you have knocked the door and we took the tour and you are back to the kitchen table. Before we start playing, something must be.
Give you my number.
Yeah, this is while taking the while the tour. Now you are back to the table. And three questions always ask and is in the listing seller's package as well. Most of the times we miss those three questions. The reason is that we don't see the value. They are helpful to find out their personality and their confidence. The first one is okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Tell me a little bit about yourself, why you guys are planning to sell it. This is your first one. And the reason they might say that we want to move close to our work, we want to move close to our kids, want to move close to our parents, we want to this area is not safe, even we want to move it to in a better, in a good rating school district. So they're gonna give you inside information. And we're gonna use this information in our favor. This is the first thing.
and even they can say that they're good. So right now the lot of people are doing
Yeah, this might be
right outside even.
outside, whatever. And then the second question is, what is most important for you in selling it? So, otherwise, sometimes like we are saying the things by ourselves, the way like Paul you were saying that I try to get this and then. Yes, if they are that kind of person, they will give you the information, but to get the information, you have to ask the question. Okay, what you think, what is most important for you in selling your home? So many times they say that okay, the price is the most important thing. Don't want to sell less than 1.4 million, or they might say that we want some amount of hassle. They might say we don't want to put sign outside. We want to sell within next 20 days. So many different things there is.
We don't want to do open house.
We don't want to, yeah, that might be a thing. Like they might say that we don't want to do an open house. We don't want to let the neighbors know that what if you are selling. Very good. So first one is why are you guys selling your home? Second is what is most important for you guys in this process? Third one, whatever they say, I can counter the question, counter the answer. That okay, so what do you think? How we can achieve it? That's it. They say we don't want to do any open house or we don't want to put sign outside. Okay, so what do you think? How we can sell a home without open house and putting a sign outside? Well, we have to do online marketing. Now I know that I have to put more emphasis on online marketing. They might say that we want to sell it fast. Okay, then I can counter question that what do you think? How we can sell it fast? And then like we are just getting the information from them, these three questions, and note it down as well. Documentation is the most important thing. So documentation, any projection from the moment you are meeting the client till the end, documentation is most important. So many times because this is one of the biggest financial transactions for most of the people. And so many times if we get into trouble, then documentation helps a lot. That okay, I met this person on this. When it's written, and I advise them, I ask these three questions. And if something goes wrong, this I do have these documents. Yes. Our duty is to take care of clients. If you have these extra steps, then always you are protected and you can help them better.
Thank you, question. Can you, like you said that how we can sell it fast, right? We are asking the client,
Yeah, yeah.
but they can say that it's your job, that's why we are hiring.
Thank you. That's even better.
Okay, but that's the other thing that it's just part of the question.
No, no,
I think the question, I think from what you just said, the question is just for you to come in with your heads.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Because sometimes somebody that want to sell fast is ready to negotiate. Or, so because you're trying to sell it on it, say that you're desperate, you're moving or you're building on that house. So the price, that's when you have to come.
and the second thing is like we want to help them out. So money is not important now. Right? So then after asking these questions, three questions, the next step is the a traditional realtor when they go on a home evaluation, they start with CL. This is what is taught in programs. But like we want to help them out. So you're doing the things right. And now before I go on CNA, I have to give the presentation. So how many people they like presentation? No one, nobody. Not no one.
The presentation can be interesting, it depends on how present.
Yeah, presentation. Like
Or pictures, people like pictures.
so what is presentation? Is this presentation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is a PowerPoint. You are the presentation. So presentation, this is only to guide me. If I'm reading it, then it means I don't know anything about the presentation. This is
Pictures.
yeah, pictures. So but like to set the stage, I have to bring their interest in. So what wording I can say before I start the presentation?
Points. To
Some of my achievements,
yeah.
some of my achievements that I would like to share.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, they're not interested in
We will
our
discuss
skill.
that.
It's like what's their benefit?
I think I can use the word that, let me quickly update to that how I can, what I'm going to do to sell your house, right? Yeah, that, because we are not going to use the word presentation, right? At any time. There's something like some major key points or things, should avoid.
So yeah, we can do two things. The one is the key points, and the second is what is their benefit, what they are looking for. They're looking for buyers, and I do have buyers. If I tell them that I'm gonna give best, how you can find the buyers? You don't have to pay 50,000 commission. Think that that would be of their interest. But yeah, okay. So simply I cannot say that okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, now selling a home is one of the biggest financial decision for most of us. Let me share key points we should keep in mind so that we don't do any mistake in this process and so that we share how we find the buyer. Yes. Then I'm gonna start here. The presentation it will work only if you have remembered it by heart. If you can the whole presentation without looking at it, then it will work. If you don't have memorized it, then it will not work. Then even we shouldn't go that. So presentation will cover next time, but what's the like in the presentation at the end? In this presentation, we do have a presentation, So you can take, like, if you don't have conviction in any slide, just take it out. Just it shouldn't be there. So after the presentation and we're gonna, let's say, like, after the presentation is done, then we're gonna go on CA. But before going on CMA, we're gonna ask question. What question you should ask? That if the question I had to ask, that Mr. and Mrs. Seller, up till now, am I in competition or I'm out? The question I'm gonna ask, that are you going to list with me tonight or no? If I get the answer, sorry, no, it's not going to be like we will ask differently. Like, but actually, this is what I'm going to ask. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, are you ready to sign now? Or I'm not in the game. If the answer is no, then I will not do CMA. I will set up next meeting.
But don't you think like we just came now, we are ready for everything. We already got a little bit information on the phone, but we did the tour of the house. We are back on the table and now we are filling in that I wanted to do comparative market analysis while we just have seen the house.
If there is some information where I get an idea that they are not going to sign it, and if I do CMA, still they're not going to sign, then for what I'm gonna go back? I want to keep something in my bag so that I can get second chance.
So what I'm trying to say like first time we are gonna meet when we sit on the table, right? We got the tour of the
We
house.
got the tour, we asked those three questions, then we did the meeting, we did the presentation.
Yeah, we did the presentation, now the comparative market analysis thing comes, right? Here, but we just saw the house. We got a few information on the phone from them, and we just saw the house, and we already print.
So, like,
Here,
we haven't seen the home before.
Yeah.
And let's say if you cannot give accurate information, is it fair to give it to them today?
There's, that one was saying, still wanna hold something back.
I wanna hold something. Otherwise, if they are not signing today, then, but like, I cannot ask straight. The question, I have to memorize it. After doing the presentation, then I will say, okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Seller, based on the information that what I will do to sell your home for top dollar on the least amount of hassle. Now, if we agree on the price and I'm going to charge, are you comfortable to work with me? Yes. Yes. The question I'm gonna say, based on the information I have provided you, that what I will do to sell your home for top dollar, are you guys comfortable to work with me? So now let's say like the question might arise even I ask them that would all the decision makers be there? You might say, well, you know, but my dad is not here, so gave us price that we not there. Then what I do? Then I will say, then I will go on the other. Okay, perfect. So can we talk to him over the phone? Can join us virtually? So if still is not there, then I will say, well, yeah, perfect, no problem. So I have seen your phone, and I don't want to give you any estimated value. I want to give most accurate information. So I can go back. I need a couple of days or one day, then I will come back. I will rebook the appointment. So holding it. Or they might say, well, so when I asked the question that are you getting any other agents? And they said no. And today they said, well, you know what, another agent is coming in for. So but I will, whatever the questions they say, then I will try to handle it. If still it feels that they are not going to sign, then I will hold them. I will rebook you one. If they say yes, then I will go ahead with this.
But this is like what
When you do CMS so just do by the average, or you have to have a tour of the house, and after that you can complete your tour.
There is a best way to learn about CMA is like let's say in your farm area, do CMA for 5 homes which are sold to each other, and write down the value, then compare what value is going to sell.
So what's my question?
I know like you are saying that by the address you will do manually or by system.
No, like we went to this guy house, right? He came to my house, I'm the seller, so this girl first meeting, he told me. You had a tour of the house. You ask him, do you get work with another agent? They say, no, you're the agent. But then you go for the CMR,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So now, because this is your first time coming to this house, you just saw the house, and you have already done the CMR, and now you're presenting them how it's possible that you just saw the house.
No.
I'm saying if
See,
there's an
no,
upgrade,
CMA
you know, how you will
CMA
different.
If you're trying to decide the price, that's what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Because
No.
So no, I got your answer. Like how accurate information you can provide. You just saw the house.
yes.
Yeah.
So we had the presentation the other day. We did
Yes.
for farming. So if it is in your farm area, then just looking at the picture, you should know the value of the house. Any house which is going to be listed in your farm area, you must list that house. Then you should know the value as well.
And even he missed that part also that remember before going there, we had already had a word with him, how many bedrooms, upgrades, everything. We already have the
So
information about all that.
that's what I'm asking. That's
We
what
already
I'm
have
asking.
the
That
handy.
do we go with the information that we got a day prior that we are gonna go to property and see, do we go with that information?
In
Because it looks to me, because if I just had a tour of that, then after that they say, yes, I wanna sign you, and then I open my back and say, like, okay, SEMA, right? Then it doesn't, they don't
Then
think
they're
like,
gonna
how,
say, yeah,
how,
you
how
didn't even
come
consider
in
the
1 minute?
upgrades. No, you are going too far.
How do you determine CMA is just to see what are sold in the area comparable to their own house. So that one has already given you an idea. So now when you're doing that tour, you're either increasing or reducing
That's what I.
based on the upgrade. That's what I think.
Yeah.
if you're expert, you can do it right way. And if in beginning stage, you can always set up the segments. Then instead of giving wrong information, just like you set up the next one. And the 3 points meeting you can do it. That's why. But like then we're gonna do CMA if you're expert and you know the value. Is said yes, we are comfortable. Then after CMA, there is a way out to show the commission in the CMA as well, in the next sheet. Okay. So simply like 5% if I say 50,000. 80,000 it sounds too much, but there is a way out when it will look too small.
But you were brought into a house with the sellers are trying to sell their house on their own. Most of the time, they always want to educate.
So this is how you can give them the value. So the showing the main thing is like it should look small. It will only look small if you put it below the big numbers. There is a like complete presentation on that how to set it up the next sheet. And after next sheet is done, then we're gonna go on close. Then they're gonna say that okay, we'll let you know.
Quick question. I wanted to ask you at the end, but I think still have a bit. Would you? Okay, let's say they decide to go with you, and they want to sell a house that is worth more, 2 million. So I want 5. Will be a fair deal for you to accept it, not because you're trying to tie them down. When you yes,
So first of all, like our children accurate. That's a conflict, but still they know they say that okay, you know what I know. Like your market value is 1.2, but my house has so many upgrades, and this thing. at 1.5. Now they, like you have given the information, but still they are forcing you to list at 1.5. Then the question is, should I list it? Should I accept this listing at 1.5? Because it's gonna cost money to you and time. So simple answer is, if they have to sell it, then take the listing. Don't have to sell it, then it's good.
Because I see oftentimes people take the listing when they know that price is possible, not because they want to tie it up to contracts. And, the funds of few weeks down the line, you already have trouble because you're wasting time, you're wasting time. I feel motivated sellers always to go with buyers that support. When it, prospective, there are some people that just want to get in the market, I want to tell the market, just want to waste their time. But especially, the booming market like here, everybody plus households want to sell more.
So yeah, the simple answer is like, if they must sell it, and then I will give them the price, but I will list at 1.5. I will tell them that it's worth 1.2, and still they are stuck, then we can say, okay, I will do my 100%, let's try for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever they say.
But there's the improvement effect, right?
So that's a totally different point. We come on price 1.2 million based on improvements. So, and and if like they are kind of person that, okay, we don't need to sell. You know what? We are in this home and we don't need to sell it. We get 1.5, then we'll sell it. If not, just like you're gonna start spending money on it. Then staging, you might do virtual, do all those things plus wasting the time. Then in that case, it's your decision. Yeah, if you want to spend the time, yes. I would say no. That is, and the second thing, like the type of marketing as well. If the market is going up, then I will take risk. If it's going down, then I will let. So,
In some markets, like I've been taught that, and in some markets, sometimes you're not busy, just if your area just want to, because you can use every potential listing to other clients.
yeah, so but the thing is, like, if the house is 1.2 and you're selling 1.5, you won't get that much buyers either.
No, just in contact of prospect. Because most of the time, people working when you are doing an open house, and they say they can now afford this house. Say, I have another house that I can show you.
That's like totally up to you, like depending on, like, but like doesn't matter how busy you are, if that they must want, they know the value, then even they're asking 300,000 more, go for it. Get this.
So you are very good.
So then the objections. So what's the most common objection about
We'll take more.
the rate? Rate is like it's an argument, you can handle it. Will not.
Uh, contract, contract duration. Also, you don't want to be a high.
Longer time. But sometimes just like they say that my spouse is not here, or now even they said yes, no agent is coming, but now at the end they might say at very last moment that, well, you know what, another agent is coming. Nothing to come. So those are like they might say that I want to think about it. So then we have to.
You don't have any good. So this is market. Convince them to try to get sign to.
So let's say like for example, I'm going on a selling page, and the average, like their neighbor has sold a house for 120 in 2022, and now I'm giving the value 950,000. Is almost 350,000 less than the neighbor. So how you can convince them?
We always use every market
Use the comparative market analysis.
See, like the most important thing is like the question I asked that why you are selling. So this is the first thing. Let's say if they are selling because of life gain, let's say that it's like area is not safe, they had a shooting last month, then doesn't matter how much money they're losing. And the second thing is family situation. Someone is going to separation. So we don't want to live in that house. Want to put it, then they will sell. And upsizing a home, they want to sell it and everything is good, area sound, no issue, but they want to sell this house and buy another home. Then they are making more money. Like if you go on stairs, if when they were getting 1 point selling for 1 point, the detached was selling for 1.7. The difference was 400,000. And today is 200,000. When they're getting 350 less than their neighbor, but they are saving 200,000. As per the stats, you can show on the stats. All these things. That's why like we asked the question that why you're selling based on it. We are already prepared for all those.
But would and say that we still have another coming all now. They lie to us like, okay. So because we had already
Then we are holding our comparative market
No, like sometimes they don't say like at the end when it's time to signing, we then bring the thing up. Then I will say that okay, you know what? So I'm happy that someone else is coming in tomorrow, and I'm I'm sure like they can do the things what I'm gonna do to sell your home for top dollar. But still, if he's 50% close to me, then I will cancel the listing. But I can give you in writing. So let him come. Sometimes the only problem is they want like for biggest hassle for them is they already set up the meeting. Don't want to say no to them. Or the other thing like you say like which is more effective. I would say that it depends like what kind of person they are. They don't, you know, but don't worry about it. I will call that person and we'll work together. I will offer half of my commission to that person. Yeah, and anyone.
So why do I have to tell them that because they haven't hired him already? So why would I?
You're gonna
Feed them with all
you're
my-
already going to give them. You're getting 5% commission. How much commission you will offer to co-op? You're not, you're not doing anything. I will say that don't worry. I will call the agent myself. I will cancel the appointment, and even if he brings the buyer in, I will pay my half commission to him, which you are going to give any risk. But the biggest.
I'm gonna tell it like I'm gonna. Why would I?
See, like when you do all these things properly, like now we are feeling that 5% commission is too much. A few years back, me and Aman, we went on a listing presentation. It was in a condo. So we had a big fight. The guy he was saying that I can pay 2.5% commission. Then he said I will pay 2%, 1%. Like this is what he was saying. Finally, he said, you know what? If I pay 2.5, it will be altogether 7.5. Maximum I will pay you 6.5. Yes.
we have done.
So definitely get it signed. Just tell me we got it signed at 2.5. But this is what it was going to do. Like, but the main thing is like the way like what is in your mind come out. And if you're going with positive energy, it will go in better.
We don't have to disclose to them that how much we are going to give to the corporate.
So we have.
It's your question.
So we have to disclose. Okay, Sanjeev Paji,